What is up, guys? I think I'm live. What is up, guys? It's Spotlight Crypto. Here we talk about Pulsechain things, agreeable things like that. We got a cool show for you today. Oh well, as cool as it gets for me, I guess. I got a package I'm gonna open. Shout out to Brian and Gruner. Let's make sure my audio is working real quick since I'm so new, and I think it should be working. Oh, I've been a little busy lately, so I haven't really been keeping up for the most part and things like that. So I don't know. There's a few things I've been trying to keep up on lately, and there we go. Yeah, it's good. So, anyways, been trying to keep up on things around the house, things like that. Been painting my house. I've been spraying it. Um, I've been staying away from crypto a little bit. Besides what I've been doing, yeah, well overdue for maintenance around the house, and doing it all yourself is a task. But sweat equity is a good way to create value for yourself when you're trying to DCA these markets. But let me present. Oh, oh, no, not yet. Anyways, I got a package right here. This is going to be some agreeable unboxing today. Um, I figured Brian McGruder 369 on Twitter, he sent me these hats, which is really nice of him. He's a OG Hexkin and all. And all I did was tweet and or reply to him and ended up with it. So let's open it. I wonder what kind of hats we got in here today. Some people in the Hex community and the Pulsechain community are just so generous with their time, their money, everything like that. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't left Pulsechain is because people like Brian, people like Randy Hilarski, people like Bets in Crypto, people like Steve Hitson, they just give back. They're founders, well, I don't know about Brian. He's just a Hexagon, but, there's a couple founders out there that just give out their time and help people out. Yeah. Disappear for a while. It doesn't mean crypto is going to disappear or go to the gutter, but, look at this. Got this nice little Pulsechain hat. Pulsex logo right there. This is sweet. Hex logo right there. Best CD on best blockchain CD. And then on the back, got Pulsechain. Flat bill. That's sweet. Got that. And then we have this one, which is probably going to be a wall hanger. Look at that. That's sweet. This is Pulsechain right there. It says Hex right there. And of course, it has the 3 on the back. This is sweet. And it's got the Pulsex right there. Anyways, that's what Brian McGruder got for me. Let's put this one on. Let's maybe adjust it. No, I don't know. I don't wear flat bills all that much, but let me know. Pulsex or Pulsechain. I'll probably wear this one streaming way more because it's more streamable for me, I think. But yeah, that's the unboxing Agreeance. I really enjoyed doing that. That's really cool. I'm glad that people in this community are so generous. It's amazing, man. So I'm going to present the screen. Entire screen. Let's go right here. Share. And if you're not following him, Brandon Magruder 369. That's where got these hats. Sweetness. Now I'm all legit, especially with my "I told you so" thing that I got back in 21, just on a whim. Now I actually got me a hat. Look, I'm getting more legit by the day. Anyways, if you haven't, you can visit yeponpulse.com. They have a pretty cool, pretty cool, kind of like Dex thing on there. I want to get it decentralized, but that's going to take some building in the future. I'm doing the best I can right now with what I have and who I know to do this. I have other things I want to do, things like that coming in the future. Besides just building out liquidity, which is very important with being at the bottom of things like this. So, let me hang that up real quick. Right there. There we go. There we go. So, other than that, we got the Bucks pool going on. I think liquidity is going up. I'll take a look at it. We're going to look at some charts today. We're going to look at a couple of Richard's tweets. I don't know. Streaming out of bottom, is a different thing. I really enjoyed taking a step back for a couple days, just doing life things. But I am on vacation right now from my normal job, so and it's more of a work vacay for me. But anyways, let's get back to it. Let's go to Richard's tweets. This is the one I wanted to address and give my opinion on. I'm kind of glad that the I don't know what you would call this. The response from the SEC is kind of private, kind of makes for like a timing the market kind of thing, maybe. So that's going to be awesome if that comes out. Dude, I wouldn't be in this community believing in it as much as I can down here if I didn't believe in this man. You know what I mean? He has his stuff on IPFS. You download the things for reasons, right? Yeah, there's some issue, whatever, with Pulsex. This and that doesn't have all the features, and 9-inch is all the features that it was supposed to have. But it's all for a reason, and he told the community to go build, so he's given that chance. And a lot of these hex people, and I'm not like talking down or anything, but a lot of these hex people beat up on that a little bit. But like, he did tell the community to build, and you need projects on Pulsechain. So yeah, I wonder when this is going to come out. It's going to be interesting when and what out of this comes public. To me, this is bullish right here because we already know something's on the docket. There's a response. We could get something in August. Who knows? Who knows? Whatever. Anyways, and then we had some like Germany selling and buying Bitcoin apparently. And I wanted to show one more tweet by Richard. There's been a couple hacks, things like that. And then right here, oh, not that. Not that. Right here. He wouldn't be talking like this unless he was sticking around. And I think him talking about these hacks, he is ahead of the game with this IPFS stuff. So, like, I don't know why people fuck him. Ever since I got in this community, it's never like, yeah, I've had to like, learn a lot, things like that. But being a founder kind of opens your eyes. Wanting to become a founder with whatever I had opens your eyes even more that, you're here for the long term if you make a product. Yeah, I don't really promote it all that much. I'm not much good marketer, but I might talk myself down. sideways. Who knows? Anyways, you let me know your opinion on this. I think it would be cool one day if we can get 9-inch like this, or maybe a couple of like fucks or 2 fucks on IPFS. I know this is a big undertaking, getting this all decentralized like that, downloading it and whatnot. But other than that, that's also another full spot for me. So, anyways, if you haven't been to the Forge, you can, Forge NFTs are still going on. You scroll down, send these funds right here from these chains to this address. And I think they're 170 each. This is like a launch pad kind of thing for Pulsechain. It's got like you can buy these NFTs. You get you vote on things. You get the coins. It's more decentralized, more honest, more less ways to game the system or bribe people in the background to pump and dump your launches, kind of thing. As far as putting it simply, you could go to these guys' Telegram to learn more, things like that. But there's that. So, and then we do have the Agreeable Index. I just submitted the logos, and hopefully the logos will be on Fuck soon. Liquidity is going up. It's above 10,000. I'm going to add more. I'm going to move some stuff around and hopefully get this thing above 20 in a few days. Hopefully. We'll see. Talking with some other people, seeing how far we can bring this, hopefully getting engaged. I'm gunning for it. I'm talking with the right people for this. Maybe if some benevolent people want this to be gauged, maybe it'll happen. Who knows? I'm willing to do what it takes to do that so we can have the Yep community, the Steve community, the Vets community, 2 fucks, and Nope community all get rewarded from this and become a part of the entry liquidity for the newer users that are going to come in the bull run. And we'll talk about that with the charge, things like that in a minute. But like, I look at it like being the liquidity for the people that come into the market through Bitcoin, Ethereum, looking for, down the pyramid kind of thing. So other than that, hold on, let me take a drink of my tea. Other than that, I really want to get this going. My background on my thumbnail is like the very, very background. The key ball thing is going to be the logo for the pool. Hopefully we can get this close to 50K. All the community members see this. People like, share, subscribe to it. Share it out. Let's get this out there. I know we are smaller. The Vets, the Steve, and the Yup are smaller market cap players, but with the no permission community, we're all a part of that. And then 2 fucks, I think we can get this going. And it's going to be an undertaking, but if the whole community gets involved and just takes their little airdrops and throws them in here, doesn't matter which community you're from. Like, let's say you're from Vets and you just throw it in here. Maybe you got 2 of the tokens, I don't know. It depends on if you want to look at it like you're losing money, you're gaining money or whatever. But if you got an airdrop, just throw it in. It's like a gamble anyway. It's like a slot machine. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, playing a slot machine with this, but I am the founder of one of these tokens, so I'm a little biased. I fully support Nope. They have an airdrop coming, I think, of 4 different tokens. If you hold 100,000 or more in Nope tokens, and there may be more details on that through Randy Hilarski, but other than that, yeah. I'm really hoping for that to come. Liquidity's coming up. If I got a 50, like some note airdrop tokens or whatever that match the pool, I'd probably throw them in a pool. Just hope it's gauged. There's pools out there that have like 20K liquidity that are gauged. So I don't know if we need 50K or not, but more than likely we will, just for initial gauge. So I really want to get this gauged on fucks so we can get some fucks, some two fucks, some prime two fucks over on two fucks. You know, you guys do know the two fucks platform. Yeah, I'll look at that later, I guess. I don't want to really dox myself too much, but it is public address anyways. But anyways, other than that, yeah, you take the pool, like over here, you go to pools. It takes forever to load on Fucks because it's drawing all this blockchain info into one place and all these coins and everything like that. And like some of these pool values, let's go up here. And there we go. Let's see a smaller one. Scroll down, maybe it loads more. Yeah, there's a couple in here with like 25,000, but they probably were previously gauged with over 100K liquidity because that's really what they want you to have is between 50 to 100K to get gauged. And then people could remove their liquidity or whatnot. And I think that's what a lot of people did to be gauged. Because, yeah, right here, this is the volume. Yeah, that's the volume. We got to have the pool value. And I'm looking for a gauge. Yeah. Anyways, I can't really find a pool. They're all up today, but like that one's 40. That's a gauge pool. That's the piteous team. Here's 25. See, 25 grand. But this risk parity, you know, that's the thing. So understand that. There's a few in here that are gauged, but this is all part of the Fucks team kind of thing. So I understand why those are gauged with so little liquidity. It's the USDL. Yeah. But if we get a pool like that and get it gauged, it'd be awesome. Put some voting power towards it and then go stake it on two Fucks and help the Fucks platform out too. Other than that, I guess I want to look at some charts. Start with Bitcoin. It looks like it's just forming a little tiny, like, a little tiny flag. You know, maybe something like that. Rough lines. It's made a little better. Maybe a wedge. Who knows? But I found an older line too. I went from like right here. And it goes way back to like a tip. But yeah, it looks like it's respecting this trend line too. So we'll see if it holds right here. This is on the weekly. So if it holds right here, we would have till like next March 25 to get out of it. I don't know. I'm not much of a TA guy, but it seems like it's going to bounce. If this creates a doji on the weekly, we'll see. It could come back down here. It's like 51. I would like to see it almost retest the 42s to really make a bull, but then the market might be over. Then it could be printing a head and shoulders. Because if it came down here, created a little tiny thing right here, and went down, like did this, and then just went sideways, that would be a head and shoulders again. Like, you know, I don't think that'll happen. But Bitcoin ETFs, you know, Ethereum ETFs coming. So we'll see. I don't look at Bitcoin too much. It's pretty much an S&P asset, in my opinion. You have like maybe like $1 million more, this is what you'd want to invest in with the safe assets. You know what I mean? But if you have a few $100,000 and you're trying to make tens of millions of dollars, you need a little bit more risk. Not financial advice. Everybody's risk tolerance is different. So, yeah, that's definitely just my opinion. I've learned the hard way losing money, but I've also learned a lot doing it. So, if I were, this is like the lowest risk possible thing for me, like, is Bitcoin. I don't own it. Well, I own like probably $5 or $6 worth between like 3 or 4 wallets. Just dust. So it might be $5 or $6. Who knows? It could be like 50 cents. I don't know. So I don't know. Qualify that as like owning Bitcoin. Anyways, I do own ETH. I was looking at look how far, like, I got into ETH. Like, I didn't buy enough. I only had like a couple, like $1,000 worth of ETH back here. But then I sold out, got out, and then I bought like $80, man. I only had I had most of my money in Bitcoin at the time. And because I was being safer, I couldn't handle the volatility of the ups and downs like I can now. That's taken like 4 years to get used to it. But like, if I would have had more risk tolerance a few years ago, I would have had a whole lot more money in the previous cycle of 2020, 2021. I do have a little bit of ETH between, not very much, basically for fees, a little bit more than fees. It is like a blue chip asset like the S&P to me, since the ETH ETF is here. But what's been really strange is why I thought it would have been like up here more on the ETF news. Like, ain't it supposed to start like the 15th or something like that of July? So as far as I know. What's up, vets? Finally checked the comments. Bang bang. That's what Vets is doing. Yeah, what's up, Vets? Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it, man. Really do. This StreamYard stuff and streaming is like still once a week. It's still hard. Like, especially when I get to Pulsechan, but like right now it's just like sideways moving on ETH, sideways moving on Bitcoin, sideways moving on anything, and like there's not very much news. And then these like fake news, like government selling things. I don't know if it's fake or not. Don't get me all wrapped up. But yeah, I don't know. It seems boring to me, and that's usually when I remember it on the Bitcoin chart, like back here. I was like right here, and it's just so boring. Like, Jesus, ads. I don't like signing up for trade view, but I was like, it was so boring through here, and then COVID happened. I sold like most of my Bitcoin like a week before COVID because I felt it coming. That was like the best trade I've ever done. And then I bought the falling knife and went up from there. But this right here was so freaking boring. I mean, like, right here was probably the hardest to hold on. Like right here, I could have just sold and just like left crypto again because I left it back here after things happened. But that was hard. And then once it got up here, I was just like, yeah, this thing's just going, because the halvening already happened. I think the halvening happened like, I can't remember when. Halvening happened in May or somewhere right around in here. Yeah, somewhere right around there. And I was like, I thought the halvening, and then like 2 weeks later, the price would just go up, and it didn't. And it just kept going. And I'm just like, I still believed in this stuff, but not as strongly as I do now. Like, if I'm buying Bitcoin, it's like buying gold to me, you know? But now I'm starting to lean like, why just buy gold as like a safe, forever kind of asset? We're starting to lean that way. If like I'm gonna lean to the conservative side with some of my money, but I'm like really high risk. So, anyways, that's Bitcoin, Ethereum. My opinions on them. I think this whole pump was Richard Hart. Who knows? We're all in them SAC funds. I don't know, man. It had to have been a few whales doing it together to move these charts, but that's just my ongoing joke because he bought the top on that one, right? But no, he's actually doing pretty dang good. I don't know his P&L on it. Anyways, yeah, it's just moving sideways, man. Wait for the 15th, like July 15th, right here. It's really close, man. It could. ETFs trade. It's probably going to come down, retest this high right here, and then probably the ETF money might come back in, or it might retest this whole trend line right here. That would be like ultimate support for me. If it broke below that, I'd probably start to get bearish, but it looks like it's forming that line right there already. So 28.70, like, yeah, but we need that little fake out before it goes up, right? Anyways, Pulsechain, this is my ultimate target for the 369 tweet I have. It coincides perfectly almost with this daily candle down here on the first day of Pulsechain. And it's kind of funny that my calculations, I did that before I even put the line on the chart, and it just comes to that spot because it's like, it'd be like mass panic to me. Like, all the hexagons would just like, people would freak out on Twitter, I think, if it went below that, because then where's the chart structure, you know? But no, this is starting to level out, and I like it, but it's slowly like smaller drop off. I mean, it's going to go longer sideways this time and then drop off a little bit less, and go longer than that one and drop off a little bit less, and it'll just look like it's forming a floor. That's if nobody comes in and saves it, or we don't hear anything. It could go like this until October, you know, just form that floor, which it's definitely needed, in my opinion, because this is like too choppy for me. Like, I got a DCA in a couple days, and I think I'm going to buy more Pulsechain. It's not big. It's like $1 to $100,000 DCA. Who knows? But no, it's a couple bullets, as Sami would say. But other than that, yeah, that's forming a nice floor on Pulsechain. Now PulseX forming an even better floor. I mean, this thing, like, you put a line right there. Yeah, it dropped down a little bit. I don't know who sold out recently. I heard something like OG sold out and said, screw this, I can't wait, whatever. I don't know if it's true or not. That's why I'm not saying names. I have to do my more research on that. But no, it looks like it's forming this floor. And like this candle right here would be like that capitulation wick right before we start to move. Like, and we have a couple more weeks of sideways action because this is on the weekly after this. And if we see it a couple more times, I saw this on Bitcoin way back before it just flushed up. Like, they're liquidating the longs and the shorts at the same time. You see these long wicks, and then you see that like the open and closes of the bodies of the candles are so close together, they're just going sideways. And it's just like, you know, something's about to happen, up or down. And most of the time is due to buy pressure, man. So we'll see. I think something more fundamental has to occur on Pulsechain in order to get these prices moving faster. But it could take the community just bringing in a couple guys and causing some action and attention. Who knows? Like Hexy on the Mario Duval spaces, things like that. I don't know, other things. But that's Pulsechain, Pulsex. Did I just get lost? Hopefully not. My TV's just wonky. But other than that, let's go to Solid X. Some of my local great store of value meme coins. Because it's store of value meme coins, just like ink is. Maybe I should like chart ink later. But if you haven't noticed, I don't like drawing lines too much, except like target lines. I just look at it by eyesight. Like I don't like explaining stuff too much because like all this is the coin pools, and yes, they are still going on, but somebody is coming in and protecting that price, and I think it's because of that candle, because that little doji. Well, it's almost a doji. That little doji means a lot, just like this one. Like that's going to be a price ceiling. Yeah, and this is charted on Pulse, but if you go to the USD, there's your little July 8th Richard Hart news thing. Nothing, no bueno. So let's just like delete this line, right? Delete. Yeah, coin pools. Nothing but coin pools. So that little doji, man, on the Pulsechain, it's like right there. But this is USD chart. So and this doji, that's going to be a price ceiling like $280, $200, I think, right around in there. Just not believe right there. But I saw a tweet, like it just hockey sticked up, and they asked, "What would you be doing?" And I'd be like, "I'm hodling because I don't want that hockey stick up and then sideways movement before you start to take profits." But like, you never know, because people might just be giving you the 5-minute chart, daily chart, weekly chart. Who knows? So you never know when to take profits. But Solid X and the firewall, things like that. Pulsechain, Pulsex, I think it's like you'd have to see weekly candle after weekly candle after weekly candle of just up in order for me to want to take profits on this. I mean, like even more than this. I would have to see like 8 weeks in a row, maybe 9, even to take 10%. Not even that. And it's just, that's what like sparked my, like I had a revelation, I guess. Sparked it, and I would just hodl, and then all of a sudden the thought came up in my mind. That's what Richard Hart wants, is these true believers, even if they hockey sticks all the way up, you just don't sell. You just hodl. Even if you round trip that shit, excuse my friend, even if you round trip it and it only comes back 60%, you're going to be wishing you sold the top, like always. And it could be another year, and we've been down here for 3 years, whatever. I think it's been close to that, pretty much, just going down for 3 years, 21, 22. Yeah, pretty much. But, like, that's what makes me think, like, weekly charts. Like, this has to, like, curve. I don't know. I believe in this because Firewall truly believes in Richard. And if he's the Firewall and he says he believes, I believe him. So, but right now, $25 for this thing is a piece of cake. Piece of cake. I could probably see it come down to about 14, 15 though. Like capitulation wicks, things like that. Because I remember in the early days, right down in here. There's a lot of choppiness on the 4 hour. I know that's small time frame, but like these choppy areas are floor levels. Like that's a floor level, that's another floor level. You know what I mean? It's not genius. Like you don't have to be genius. Like even that right there, that's $8 or $9. I hope we don't get there, but you know, he is accruing that sweet ink yield. And that's probably another reason why we should look at the ink chart. I haven't looked at this one in ever. Don't own it, so I wouldn't know. I own BBC, and I'm earning BBC, but yeah, let's go to the daily. Whoa, looks like BBC. Sorry. No, it's been holding a good little floor. Now it's been going down a little bit. People have been getting impatient, probably. Who knows? I don't know if this people are rotating their profits or anything in their coins, whatnot. But right here, just by looking at it, man, that is the line you do not want to cross. But you notice something. We never came back and retested it. And I just willy-nilly that. Look, we bounced off as resistance, and then it just blew through, and we never retested it. So $1.11, 111, man, my target. If you want a DCA, that's where I would be buying. But this is one asset I like earned maybe 30 of them, like so small in the beginning, and I sold it like $60, and I never looked back. Like, yeah, I didn't have enough. It was like, yeah, everybody like flooded into the pools and just crowded all the smaller guys out. So I kind of just said, to hell with ink. What's the point of earning a tenth of an ink a week? Or I don't know. You get my drift. But BBC, let's compare this with BBC. BBC 9 inch. Yeah. Where's the line? Turn that on. Let's compare it this way, I guess. BBC looks the same as like ink. I wonder, there's less of BBC out. I got a lot more BBC than I do of ink, I'll tell you that. Yes, it got crushed a whole lot more. It never went up to $80 though. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I only got to like what, $23 maybe, if that. But now down here, let's see where I would accumulate more if I were to buy it instead of earn it. Or it looks like it's bouncing off a key support level. But again, there is a level that it hasn't retested. This is just. I like Hans's thing, but right there, that's like 5 cents. Jeez, that's where I would buy it. 50. God, that's another 54% down. We'll see if it gets there. That's unlikely, man. I don't think it will. I don't know. That's a toss up to me. But you know, it's blew through that, and now look, right off these wicks, right here, right off those wicks, and now it's retesting those wicks. So it's probably most likely going to go back down because people are going to notice that and start selling. Things like that. And we never fully come down and retested this as support. We just kept going up. Like there will be a time in the market where it just goes and it won't stop. But Bitcoin hasn't done that yet. So Ethereum's not going to do it. Doge ain't going to do it. You get my drift. So, yep. Yep on Pulse.com. This is that token. Yeah, this is Yep to Pulse, and it's holding pretty nice against Pulse. Against the US dollar, down a little bit, forming a floor. These are my little alligator teeth drawn. This is where I was holding the floor. Well, hoping that the floor would hold, and it kind of has. This is where you want to like bounce off for that Hans W, if it even qualifies as a W. Anyways, I'm kind of just chart rambling now. Ain't got much else to talk about except these awesome hats, man. Look at those. Thank you, Brian. Some sweet gear, man. Oh, and this one. Let me check this out. Should have showed you that. Look at the inside. That's pretty fly for a Pulsechain guy or an agreeable guy, whatever you want to say. But yeah, I like it. I like it. And other than that, been 40 minutes, a little bit longer. I don't know. Is there anybody in the chat that wants to chat? Maybe I should put this one on, make it go sideways. What look like Prince Bel-Air? I don't know. Anybody laughing yet? Yeah, looks like one comment. All right. Well, other than that, I guess I'll end on the Fox poll again. No reminder. I type in no to filter since like Yep and Steve aren't coming up quite. And then the agreeable index will pop up right here. It's got a pool value right here. And what I've been noticing lately is a lot of the founders and the believers in the pool usually put most of everything they can into it, and then it gets gauged, and the community comes in for the yield and just drops the APR. That's just my observation, but this pool right here is getting like 40% APR with like 800, close to $1 million in pool value. Like, so if that doubled, I'd probably go down 30. I don't know, man. I don't know how to calculate that stuff, but yeah, it's pulling pretty good volume for the solid end, 2 solid pool. But yeah, I want to get up there. That'd be sick. I'm pretty sure Scuba Steve, the veterans, would appreciate it, and the agreeable lists will appreciate it. I'll show you my website before I go. YepOnPulse.com. A lot of people have different dexes, things like that. Yeah. I want to bring this kind of like decentralize it in a way. I use it myself. No problems. It's got everything pretty much on Pulsechain that you need besides Pulsex. Because it's IPFS, my dev skills aren't that great. So other than that, I will leave it on that. Peace out, guys. Take care.